2022 has been a tough year for everyone, and if you think the economy was hard on your country, imagine how bad it must have been on the world's second largest economy, China. But even after a year of economic turmoil, China seems to be moving toward a great recovery in 2023. How do they want to achieve that? Well, in today's video, we will be answering the question on everyone's mind. How will China recover after 2022? China has gotten through a difficult year despite being severely impacted by both disruptive foreign forces and domestic issues. A few of its issues in 2022 are highlighted by the lockdown of Guangzhou's transportation hub, supply delays brought on by regional lockdowns, and a rise in cases in Beijing and other key cities. Nevertheless, before the recent public debates which are likely to hasten its adoption, China chose a new and more flexible COVID policy. Taking a look at the challenges China faced this year, we see that up until the autumn season, China's economic figures have faced several difficulties. Retail businesses have experienced a drop in sales, and domestic tourism has decreased. All of these results are attributable to the frequent lockdowns in China's top-tier megacities. Citizens of China faced mobility constraints, and its effects were a reduction in real demand. Lower spending and reduced patronage had the opposite effects, which include rising mortgage deposits and falling equity markets. People who are concerned about the future save money instead of spending it. Firms postpone investment choices, and investors seek liquidity. On the other hand, industrial supply has slowed down as a result of local supply chains interruptions. While the manufacture of new electric vehicles and the production of automobiles indicate improvement, the US-led geopolitics is directly to blame for the double-digit decline in the semiconductor industry. Export growth is also decreasing, which is a reflection of the risks of recession in China's two main trading partners, the United States and the European Union. Still analyzing the terrible downturns China has faced this year, that's not all. Throughout 2022, investment, which is primarily driven by the public sector, has outpaced effective demand due to the increase in steel production and new renewable energy projects. With that, debt pressures will increase, especially at the local level. To finish it off, since the Fed is focused on vigorous tightening, this has hampered the efforts at monetary easing at the People's Bank of China. After going through all of these problems in 2022, China aims to write a more blossoming story for 2023, starting from the recovery of the Chinese economy. Just last Thursday, during the annual Central Economic Work Conference that was held until Friday, it was noted that by 2023, the Chinese economy is expected to see improvement and overall recovery. Whilst outlining the fiscal and financial, industrial, scientific, technology, and social policies for 2023, the Central Economic Work Conference emphasized the importance of maintaining economic stability vis-a-vis seeking steady advancement for the next year. Earlier this month, following a meeting of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of China Central Committee, China pledged to increase domestic demand. Additionally, it stated that in 2023 it would fully embrace the essential roles of consumption and investment. Given Beijing's wide range of policy options for securing a strong recovery, analysts anticipate that the Chinese economy will do well in 2023. Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, stated that China has the financial capabilities to strengthen its economy and fight off negative pressure. Societe Generale analysts mentioned Georgieva when predicting the Chinese economy, saying, "We see 3 to 4 quarters of robust growth, commencing either in quarter 2 or quarter 3 of next year." Their prediction indicated that the Chinese economy might experience a 5% growth by 2023. China aims to gradually implement new rules while striking a balance between fighting the pandemic and developing its economy. The result will be a beautiful surge in demand by the second quarter of 2023. Such projects would be known to strengthen China's economic data for sure. Domestic tourism will see an increase and consumers will gain even better confidence to purchase all sorts of goods. Hence, there will be a rise in consumption and retail businesses will have huge smiles on their faces when their sales skyrocket. In light of all these, household deposits would see a decrease. There will be a reduction in fixed asset investment by the public sector, which will reduce local governments' debt pressures. Since home markets in the West will be stagnant, businesses will invest more in China, especially foreign companies. The new steps to help the real estate market, particularly the government's 16-point recovery plan, will aid stabilization for China. Chinese investors will return to the equity markets, which appeal to a variety of foreign investors looking for diversification. By 2023, industrial production will also increase as a result of China's implementation of its growth development strategies. Despite the destruction of demand in the West, the Belt and Road Initiative, BRIA, will provide sustained advancement following the recovery in Southeast Asia, which China is both promoting and profiting from. While this is happening, the West's central banks are expected to ease up on their monetary tightening, which will be fantastic news for China because it will allow for more monetary flexibility in the country and other rapidly growing economies. According to a recent prediction by Morgan Stanley, China will make a recovery starting in the middle of 2023 and have a full-year growth rate of 5%. The optimism of the analysts is supported by several promising signals and data points. According to an analysis done by UBS analysts Christopher Swan and Vincent Heaney, Chinese equities have risen 37% since the start of November following multiple positive reopening signals from Beijing. Positively, many global corporations are choosing China as the hub for their first investments and business expansion. Yearly, it has been shown that in the first 10 months, foreign direct investment in the Chinese mainland spiraled up 17.4% to $163.34 billion, only in substantial use. One of these investors is the German automaker Volkswagen, which just in the second half of 2022 alone announced commitments of up to $3 billion in new R&D focused partnerships in China. While expressing investors' confidence in the prognosis for the Chinese market, Rhodium Group also stated that the largest firms that have sunk billions of dollars into local assets are staying put and following through on their investment plans. This can only mean that investors are no longer in doubt and are even eager to invest much more in China by 2023. What about its COVID strategy? Although not expressly stated, impliedly is also included in their plan, as we know that COVID caused serious damage to China's economy in 2022. A new strategy will be put into place, all for the development of the country's economy. With China having stronger medical systems, new variants getting tamer, and also 90% of its population fully armed with vaccines, China recently revealed innovative approaches to significantly improve its epidemic control. This also includes its latest endeavors to contain the effects of the virus on society and its economy after the country had managed to save lots of lives and thereby reach significant economic growth. Seeing as recent measures are placed to relax COVID-19 restrictions, Liang Guyong, a senior economist with the UN Conference on Trade and Development, noted that while the change will unavoidably result in some discomfort in the short term, it is, however, advantageous for the revival of the economic activities and business confidence, which will force the economy back on a decent growth course. Liang added that with 2023 in view, China's economy is expected to see a significant recovery and accelerated growth. This will provide an important impetus for the growth of the world economy and contribute to its overall stability. So basically, China has decided to ease its strict zero COVID policy by delivering better coordination whilst trying to curb and control the epidemic and also see better economic and social development. Even though the foundation for China's economic recovery is not 100% solid right now, they have, however, vowed to make provisions for newer support measures like an active fiscal policy and a smart monetary policy. They seek to effectively focus on stabilizing employment, growth, and product pricing, which will help keep the economy running within a normal range. And now we have come to the end of today's video. Hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. What do you think of China's efforts toward creating a better economy in 2023? Do share your thoughts in the comment section. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tap the bell icon so you can get notifications about any future videos.